Now that we're done with Excel, and I'm sure that most of you are pretty glad that we're done with Excel, we're going to move on to the funnest part of this class, and that is PowerPoint. For those of you who don't know PowerPoint, it's a great program. And what we're going to do during this module, this section of the class, is we're going to create a PowerPoint presentation. And that presentation I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit. But it's going to be, I want you to have fun. Let's go out of this class having a lot of fun. So if I open up a PowerPoint, I'm going to open up a blank PowerPoint screen. And for those of you who have never experienced PowerPoint, you're probably saying, oh my gosh, does that look different? You know, in Word, you just start typing into a document. In Excel, you start typing into a cell. But in PowerPoint, what have you got here? And you don't know. So we're going to take this slow like we did on Excel and see what I can show you here. In PowerPoint, you type into a slide, but you're typing into a text box or something like that. You can have different types of boxes. So I would just start typing here. This is my title page, and you know, whatever it is, and by Kathy Rice. Okay, I've got different boxes here, and those boxes, I'm going to undo this where I put this information, because there are two different types of boxes. One of them is a placeholder, and one of them is an object. So as you can figure, the object has something in it. The placeholder is just holding a place for you to put something. So this one is empty, so that is a placeholder. This upper box is an object. And you can add more boxes, you can add pictures, you can do all kinds of things to it. And later on, I'm going to show you how you can get these things to move around the page, and you can do your presentation. But that's for a start. Now I'm going to switch over to another presentation that I created quite a while ago. And this is a presentation about a trip that I took to Europe. And this was my husband and my son and I went to Europe. And this was in 2004. It seems like such a long time ago. But you're going to see this presentation off and on, and I'm going to use this to show you some of the narration and some of the changes that you can make. But as you can see, just to give you an idea, these are all, as I click on these are all different text boxes. And the reason that I put these all in different text boxes, and you're going to want to do that, so that you can have them come into the slide as you want to. This is another one where I've got separate text boxes. So you see, you're not tied to the boxes that PowerPoint gives you. And there was a picture, oh, that makes me hungry for some of that. That's Wurst and Sauerbraten. So as you go through here, these are different slides, different pictures that I've gotten. Take a look at this. You see this mask? Take a look at what it was used for. That was always interesting. But anyway, I want you to be open and interested in PowerPoint. There's one more PowerPoint that I created that I want to show you, because this is one that I created it recently. And this is about my sister and brother-in-law's alpaca. And I'm going to play this, and I want you to listen to it, because I have narration with it, so you can see it. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes, so I think... This slideshow is about my sister's alpacas. Dale and Sandy raise alpacas just east of the Clovis Hospital. Why do people raise alpacas? There's many reasons. As you can see from the picture there up in the upper upper right-hand corner, they can be very affectionate. Some people raise them for food. They butcher them and eat the meat. Some people raise them for pets. Some people have even house trained them, so they go in their houses. Some of the typical questions about alpaca are, do they spit? Well, the one that spits is the llama, and they spit at anybody and everybody. But alpaca only spit at each other when they get mad. So if you get caught, just don't get caught in the crossfire. What do you feed them? Well, you feed them a variety of things. They eat the field grass. They graze there. But she also gives them pellets, and that's for the vitamins and nutrients. They eat everything from leaves to fruit and vegetables. They love fruit and vegetables. Some of them even like rose petals, especially the red rose petals. How big are they? At the shoulders, they're average of 3 feet. She has some as high as 4.5 feet. They are very, very heavy and very strong animals. This is my sister feeding them. She's feeding them carrots there. Some of the fun facts are they are pack animals. They stick together as a group. It's not smart to raise them by themselves. They are not healthy and they don't live that long. They're native to the Andes. This is where they're used a lot for food. Dogs are a natural enemy. When I took my dog out there one day, I didn't know this fact, and those alpacas just started screaming. It was scary. I took my dog to the front yard immediately. They live quite a while. They only have teeth on the bottom jaw. This controls what they can eat. Their fur is beautiful. It is so strong, and it's warm, and it's expensive. For this fur will probably cost you $15 a skein. And this is them running as a pack. They were running to my sister. She was going to give them snacks. They run in as a group. And they share poop piles. They don't mess all over the pasture. They've got 3 or 4 different spots. That's where it all is. The first one is Proteus. He is the largest of the group. He's very, very affectionate, and he is very mellow. He loves his snacks. He does get right in there for his snacks. Then Neptune, poor pitiful Neptune. As you can see, his teeth get very long. His teeth and his hair and his face get very, very long. They have to be trimmed quite often because he just looks like he can't see. And he makes a strange noise when he's... The next one is AC. AC is a beautiful, beautiful animal. He is very, very timid. He does not like it when the other alpaca fight, so he goes and hides behind a tree, as though a tree would hide him. He loves his snacks. Then there's Bo. What can you say about Bo? Bo is the smallest of the alpaca. He has a tendency to be a troublemaker. He was a show animal, but since he is the runt of the group, he's no longer a show animal. He even has a police record. One day, when my sister came home at night, after she came in, a policeman came up and pulled across the driveway. She went to find out what was going on. The policeman said that they had had a report that there was an alpaca on the loose. So Sandy looked around, and sure enough, there was Bo out at the street. She yelled at him, and he just marched right past the two of them and went back to the pasture. Then there's Coco. Coco is so pretty. His fur is just wonderful. It's a great quality, but he hates to be sheared. When he gets upset or gets scared, he gets really, really almost violent. He gets up on his back legs and he raises his legs at you and he's ready to fight. It's almost scary. Then we've got Brandy. Brandy is another beautiful one. Brandy's fur is, you can see on his back, it's almost an apricot color when you look at his fur. And he is very, very nice looking. He's very independent. He doesn't stick around the crowds. And as you can see, Coco on the left had not been sheared. Brandy had been sheared. I always call them, I say they look like baby deer when they're sheared. Then there's Sunny. Sunny is beautiful. He was a rescue animal. She got a call one day saying that they had this animal, this alpaca, that had been raised by himself. He had not been taken care of. His toenails were long. His hair was matted. He was very, very timid. But as time went on, he became the most affectionate of all of them. He would walk right up to you and he would put his head on your shoulders, or like this with Sandy's granddaughter. He loved to be hugged. He passed away at the age of 16 in 2018 and broke all of our hearts. Jitsu is a show animal. As you can see from his coloring, and you see the feet, the black and white feet on the brown animal, he has won awards for not only his markings, but his stance. He stands like he is so proud of himself, and he wants everybody to know. Now, here's shearing day. Real quick on shearing day. We take them into the barn, and the shearers are there and trim them all up. Now, here is Neptune after being sheared. He can see and eat better. There is Jitsu. He doesn't look as pretty when he's sheared. Then this is a real short video of how we have to trap them in a corner of the field. And it's a challenge. They always sneak out between us, and it takes us a long time to catch them all and get them sheared. Now here's a chart comparison of the ages. And Bo, Neptune, AC, and Proteus are all the same age, and she got them at the same time. Coco and Brandy were the next two that she got, and they were only 4. This was in 2019. Jitsu was only 3. He was the last one that they got. And of course, Sunny was the oldest of all. And that is the end of my presentation. I hope that was a little bit interesting for you, just to give you some ideas of some of the things that you can do with PowerPoint. What I've done is I have also, on Canvas, I am going to put this presentation separate under the instructions. It'll be part of the video and also separate. So if you want to go back and look at it, and you'll be able to refer to it, and you'll be able to open it up and look at some of the things that I did. Okay, then the next video will be about instructions on the projects and an extra credit project.